and welcome back again to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, hi, hello, my name is Winna Yinkore, and you, my darling, are most definitely welcome. Please do me the honors by getting comfortable, liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing. In today's video, as you can already see from the title, I am going to be talking about how you can change your name on your UK BRP, like the process, what does it entail? This has actually been one of my most requested video ever since I posted my how to change your name on your Nigerian passport. I've gotten a lot of questions about how do I change my name on my BRP, and if you have clicked on this video, by the end of this video, you'll be getting all the information you need to change your name on your BRP. I just want to put out there that the reason for the change of name with regards to this video is based on marriage. I want to believe that in terms of other reasons for changing your name, maybe using the deed poll in the UK, they might be similar, but the information I have and the experience I have is with that of changing your name based on marriage. So now that we have that out of the way, let's get into this. So basically, I want you to know that when you get married, it is not compulsory to change your name. It's up to you to decide if you're going to change your name or if you're going to let it be. Because let me tell you, the process of changing your name is a whole lot. It's a whole lot. I'm telling you, I started this name change process in late 2022 when I arrived to UK, and this is 2024, and I think just in December or so I changed my name with my GP. So it's a whole lot. Once you start the process, it just keeps going and keeps piling up, so you don't necessarily have to. In terms of changing my name, it was a decision that I made. I am a husband. You know, we don't want a situation where, like, say in the future you're traveling and the wife is bearing a different name and the husband and the children are, we just wanted it to be like a family unit. It's just a family thing. So if you're not really into like all those, you can choose not to change your name. There's so many people that still bear their father's name in their documents and whatever, and they're married. So I just wanted to get that out of there, that it's not necessary if you really don't want to, because once you start it, you have to finish it till the end. So the first thing you need to do in terms of changing your name on your BRP is to change your name on your passport. Okay, whatever country you're coming from, be it the Philippines, be it Nigeria, whatever, you have to change your name on your passport, because your passport is like a legal document, right? So you have to go through the process of changing your name on your passport. That's your very first step before applying to change your name on your UK BRP. And if you're from Nigeria, I have a video already tailored to telling you the process of how to change your name on your Nigerian passport, and I will be putting the link over there and also in the description, so feel free to watch that. So that's step number one. So after applying for your passport and getting it, like going through all the process and getting your passport, then you can apply for your BRP. Nigerian waiting time for passport is like maybe 2 to 3 months at this point. So it's like, that's the first thing you really need to get going. If you're a Nigerian, get your passport sorted first as soon as possible. And let's get to the BRP. So immediately you have your passport, or immediately you change your name on your passport. On the BRP website, it is stated that you actually have about 3 months. You need to inform them within 3 months that you've changed your name, so it doesn't become a problem, I think, or else you'll be fined, something like that, something in that line. But I really believe that if it's nothing within your control, there's nothing you can do, so it is what it is. But just make sure that immediately you get your passport changed, you start looking into getting your BRP changed. So in terms of changing your name on your BRP, you would go to the UK government website. I'm going to be putting the direct link down in the description and maybe on the screen of where you should go to. So on the site you will see replace, update, or is it change or apply for a BRP. So yours will be basically to update because you are updating your name on your BRP. Your BRP is not lost, you're just updating it. So that's what you will choose. So you will click on the start. I think you click on the start menu and then you choose that you want to update and apply. And then I think UK Gov will usually do something where they tell you to input your email and a password, and then you will go get to the application area. So on the application area, you fill in your details as usual, your name, your address, and whatever it is you're asked, to put on the website. So you fill it up diligently. Your old title and your old name and your new name. Some people go ahead to, let's say when they are changing their passport, to change both their last name and their middle name or add a name or something. So whatever it is you did, you have to make sure you write what the old name was or what the new name was. In my case, I only changed my surname. So I just changed that on my father's to my husband. That was all I did with regards my name change. I kept my middle name and my first name as is. So it's totally up to you. So you'll probably ask your reason for changing your name, when your name was changed, from what date to what date you bore your last name till, and let's say what date you started bearing your new name. The form will also tell you to input things like your old passport number, your new passport number. Just do your due diligence on the application form, fill it as appropriate, and then you'll move to the next stage. So after filling your application form with all the details that you need, the next thing you need to do is provide some documents to the UK Gov with regards to your change of name. And some of these documents are a must, which means that they are mandatory, and some are like optional. And sometimes for the optional ones, you have to give them if you want your application to pull through, have a high chance of pulling through. So two of the mandatory documents are: number one, a passport with your new name, which we earlier said that you need to provide. And the other thing is that you need to provide a proof of address. So where you're staying in the UK, you need to provide, so it could be a GP letter, it could be your council tax bill, it could be your electricity bill. In my case, I used my home contract because my contract had my husband's name and my name, although our utility bills just has my husband's name. So I used a house contract and that worked well for me. In terms of the they're not optional. In terms of other documents you need to provide your marriage certificate, which shows, you and your husband got married and the name's there, obviously. And then the next document will be your current BRP. So you currently have a BRP with your old name and you want to change it to a new name. So that card, a photocopy of it or a copy of it, you have to provide it to the UK Gov or to the UKVI to be able to change your name on your new BRP to come. The third thing is a consent form. So this consent form, as you fill up your application and go through the website, you'll be able to download it. So I will put a picture on the screen of the screenshot of the one I used during my time that was sent to me. But not to worry, as you go through the application, you will be instructed to even download it. So you see it on the site and you can download it and fill as appropriate. After filling the details of all those documents, the next thing you would now have to do is to pay. Yes, you have to pay for your new BRP. There is nothing that is free in this UK. You pay for everything, okay? I think at my time I paid about £180. I'm just going to double check that. I've had others pay 150, so I don't know if they calculate it individually or so, but just know that it's around 180. That's the amount you pay for your BRP. The next step would be to choose a biometrics center, and by that it means that where you're gonna go, depending on what you chose, if you're uploading your documents online or if you're going to take it with you physically, whatever of the services that you avail. So you're gonna go there, they're gonna take you a picture and you're gonna get a thumbprint. So basically it will allow you put in your address, so it will search for the closest center to where you live. Okay. I've also as I read to also apply for my BRP, I heard there's another option where you don't have to go to a center. They call you download there's a special app they use. So the app takes your pictures, takes your thumbprints, I think through your phone or your laptop, something like that. But it's UKVI or the UK Gov that determines that. I wasn't given that option. I had to go to a biometrics center, and I live in Northern Ireland, Belfast to be specific. And in Belfast, they happen to only be one place. So it's around the Belfast city centre in Cromax. Is it Cromax Square? That was where I was appointed to. You'll be given a date and you can appear for your biometrics. So when you're booking a date for your appointment, I am sorry to say, but you also have to pay. That was a part of the process I actually personally did not see coming, that I was going to pay to have an appointment. So however, there is free appointment, right? So there's free appointment. So when I was applying, what was said on the website was that, was it at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. they released like new dates for or new slots for the appointment, the biometric appointment. However, they are sort of limited. Like, why would I want to wake up 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to choose a date for my biometrics? And the thing is that when you see the date, it was like a month after, like 2-3 weeks, 1 month after. Those are the dates you're gonna get for the free biometric slots. But if you want something closer, you have to pay. So there are like different ranges. I think I saw like 207, 1 something. So in my time, I ended up paying about, is it 98 for a very, I think that was the last slot found on one Thursday date like that. So I just had to just choose the date, and I will put the actual figure here. So just know that for the appointment as well, you'll be paying as low as £90 to as high as maybe 180 for the appointment itself to choose a date. So that brings, you know, the total of this process to, I would just sum it up to be like, at least you should have about £400 to be able to change your name on your BRP. Yes, I know, because this change of name process is really time consuming, effort, and also it's stressful. You know, it takes a lot of time. So that's why I said you really need to think it through if you really want to change your name. So yeah, after you pay to choose your slot, it is what it is. So if you upload it online, you don't necessarily need to take your documents to the appointment. The only thing you must take though is your passport, the original passport with your new name, and your BRP with your old name. Those are 2 documents you must take to your appointment. However, I also took my old passport with my old name to the appointment. So take your passport, take your BRP to your biometric appointment. If you've uploaded your other documents online, you don't need to take a copy with you to the appointment. Also, in terms of doing this BRB thingy, if you're thinking of doing your BRB, which is early this, so I'm shooting this video in January 2024, and all over, you know, YouTube and all over the internet, we've seen that in December 2024, the Prime Minister has said that all BRPs are only valid till December 2024. So it's up to you to count your costs to see if you really want to do that right now. However, if you've already changed your passport, I'm afraid in 3 months' time, you should actually change your BRP according to the law, but BRPs will be discontinued in December 2024, so it's really up to you to decide what you want to do in that regard. So after going for your appointment, doing your biometrics, taking your pictures. You just have to wait. I think my BRP came 3 weeks after my biometrics. 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I'm not sure. Everyone I've talked to that's gone through this process are always having like different times. So I guess it's a waiting game. You just apply for it and you go back to living your life, and you get it by the mail, you get it by the mail. You just have to wait for it. So that's how you change your name on your BRP. That's what the process entails. But the sad news is, after getting your BRP, it doesn't end there. You have to change things. You have to change your bank account, names on your bank account. If you're working, you have to change your name with your employer. You have to change your name with your GP. You have to change your name in your licenses. So the change of name goes on and on and on. But once you've sorted out your passport and your BRP, the other stuff are pretty much okay. You also need to change your name on your national insurance and think your HMRC if you already have that going. So the list goes on and on and on. So good luck to you, sis, on your change of name journey, because but when you're done, it only gets better from there. So you have to do what you have to do, and yeah. I hope this video helps 1 or 2 people out there, and you find it very useful in terms of changing your name on your BRP. If you have any question with regards to this process, please leave it in the comment section and I will do my best to answer your questions, okay? And I wish you all the best with your application. And that is it for this video. Until my next video, I would see you all later.